Hello, lovelies, and happy Christmas Eve. Welcome to finally a new December daily video. Yes, I know it's Christmas Eve, which is the 23rd of December, and I've only just started my December daily. But fingers crossed I can get some done, over the next few days as well. So I'm currently waiting by the side of the road for Santa in the fire truck, so I thought I would quickly get this voiceover done so I can upload it when we get home. So if you hear any random noises, that's just I just thought I'd quickly do this now. So I'm starting with my title page, my first 6x8 layout, and my first pocket page, which is us decorating the tree. I don't do it in order because, that would be easy, but no. I have this picture of the kids. I always take a picture of the kids with the tree once they finished decorating it. And I have this picture, and in my last video, I showed you the supplies that I have and that I'm using, and I have some random 12x12 Christmas papers that are in that as well. So I just picked this one here. I thought it was quite fitting with all the trees, and I liked the other side for the front cover as well, or for my title page. So I thought that would work well. I sort of made a mistake. You will see that I measured it to fit in the sleeve, or so I thought. When I do it and cut it 6x8, it's always too small for my liking. So I thought I'd be clever and measure it up against the pocket. Problem is, I didn't measure it up against the pocket properly. I measured up against the entire sleeve, including the part that goes in the ring binder. So it was too big to go in my sleeve, and I couldn't trim it down because I'd lose too much of my layout. So what I do in the end is I just punch holes in it, and I just put it in the album freestanding. So you don't always have to use pockets. Good old hole punch. I do keep this very, very simple because the photo's so big. It's a 6x4. I used my selfie to print these off, so it's not a full 6x4, but it's big enough. And it takes up a lot of space, and I didn't think it really needed a title, so I decided to just leave it pretty simple. I pulled out some of these stars from the stash that I'm using. Like I said in the last video, I pulled out certain things out of my Christmas stash and put it into a 12x12 container because I find I really want to get this done, and I find having that smaller selection of things will make it easier for me to sit and just get it done instead of going through my supplies and umming and ahhing. Just by having a few supplies out ready to go, knowing that they're the ones I'm going to use, I just think it's going to help me get this done faster. And as you can see, I'm very far behind. So this is the flip side. I decided to do my title page on the back of it. I like the green. And now I'm just looking I was so indecisive with this. I felt like I totally messed it up, but it works in the end. This is another piece of 12x12 paper that I've cut down that I had out from my stash. I like the contrast between the green and the words, although it really messed me up for my title. It made it hard. I did want like another little piece along here, so I just used some washi tape. I got some cool Christmas themed washi tape to add to my stash, so I've thrown them in my supply container, and then that just sort of gives it a nice little border. Now this is where I get a little indecisive. I couldn't really decide how to embellish the front page. I struggled. So I pulled out some die cut pieces. I think these are Doodlebug bits and pieces from a past Christmas collection. I really liked this string of lights. I thought I could use it on the tree, but one, I like the tree layout as it is, and two, I'm going to use those lights on a different page. Ruby is absolutely loving Christmas lights this year. She gets so excited, and I know I really want to document that story. There's this house that we drove past, and her reaction when she saw it was just absolutely amazing, and I really want to document that. So I'm definitely going to use that for that. So that's why I didn't put it on the front page. But yeah, also it didn't work, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. And then I figure, you know what, let's just stick and plonk. It's not going to matter. I'm just going to put the date. I was thinking maybe December or Christmas. In the end, I just go with the year. So I thought it doesn't matter what I really put on the front cover. It's all Christmassy anyway. So I find a Santa die cut, and I've got these baubles, which I love. I was thinking of using the mistletoe and the star. I don't end up doing that. But I do draw a bit of a doodly border on the green just to sort of bring it all together. And it also matches with, you know how much I love my doodly borders. So I've glued down Santa and one of the baubles straight onto the page, but this little bauble here, I'm just going to put some cardboard behind just to give it a little bit of dimension, but not a lot. Just enough that you can see, you know, there's some dimension to the layout, but not so much that it's really chunky. Oh, so this is the thickers that I have in my stash that I've pulled out for this year. They were too small, I didn't like them. They were totally lost on that background because I chose to use that word paper that's very busy. In the end, I decided to go with one of my Tim Holtz foam alphabets. It's one of my favourites, although I haven't used it in a while, but it is one of the favourite ones that I've used in the past. It is, I don't even know what it's called, but this is the one here. I know I wanted something big and bold, so I was thinking of finding some thickers, but then I thought, you know what, I've got the stamp set. Let's use them. And so I use this with some archival black soot. And I was so happy with how it turned out. Unfortunately, it does get a little bit crooked, but my stamping was on point. It's so perfect and crisp, and I love everything about it. I just hate that it's a bit crooked. But hey, nothing is perfect in my album, so, you know, we're going to go with it. I wish I had a bit of gold glitter paint or something, because I think that would have looked really nice on top of the I was going to say letters then, on top of the numbers. But, you know, it's okay. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much, you know, I do add some stars, so the stars are my little sprinkly bits. I love sprinkle. Oh, no. First, you know what? I use my favourite new stamp. This is a Funky Fossil stamp. It is a fabulous little star background. I go a little overboard with it, and I'm not the best. It's not the best stamping technique I could have used, but it works. And you'll notice that there might be a few little spots that aren't, you know, perfect stamping and look a little bit messed up. I fixed that by going in with some of the sequin stars. So that was how I thought I'd fix that up. So I add some of the bigger ones in the bigger gaps and some of the small ones on some of those smaller stamped parts that don't quite turn out the best. So, you know, the age-old scrappy theory of if it doesn't work, you can cover it up. But, you know, it just adds a little sparkle. I do love adding sprinkly bits, and I love to add a bit of sparkle, especially to a Christmas album. You'll find that I will use lots of rhinestones and sequins and things that I probably wouldn't normally use because it's a Christmas album. If you ask me, Christmas is about gold and red and sparkly and glitter. So, yeah, definitely adding lots of these little stars. I do love these little stars, though. So I think now I'm going to move on to my first pocket page, which is of us decorating the tree. Now I got a new light and phone holder, so I have a ring light above me, so that's the glare you're going to see. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't embellish an awful lot. You'll notice as we do more, and hopefully we will do more the next few days, you'll notice some pages I'll do a filler card and a big title card and, you know, lots of embellishing. And then other times, like this, there's not a lot that I do. Sometimes I really love the photos as they are. Other times I'm not feeling it, or I'm just not in the mood, or I really just want to get the memories in the album. I don't know what the plan was for this one. Ruby was napping, so I know I was in a bit of a hurry. But I do also love the photos, and I didn't really want to go overboard. And as you can see, the two photos down the bottom are pretty similar. So, yeah, I didn't really need to do a lot of embellishing. But, yeah, like I said, it sort of all balances out. Later on, you'll find that I know I have a few pocket pages with only 1 or 2 photos. So there's plenty of space for filler cards and number cards and all sorts of fun stuff. And those are the times when I sort of really embellish heavily. But it's all about balance, and, you know, it's your Christmas album. You can embellish any way you like. So sometimes I just, like to keep it simple. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the first video for my 2023 December Daily album, and I'll be back with a few more pocket pages very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.